Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our XCOM 2 War of the Chosen Let's Play, where in the last episode we faced probably our most difficult mission yet. And it's interesting because we have done all this fighting against the Chosen, and in particular going after Mordena herself. And in those missions we've had a couple of close calls, but overall we were able to pull through things pretty effectively. But in this last mission, despite it being kind of just a run-of-the-mill retaliation mission where we had to rescue some civilians, we were so overwhelmed by chrysalids that we ended up losing our first soldier of this playthrough, who was Zheng Wei Chen, a heavy gunner from China and a member of Cypher's squad, a long-standing member, and actually I think the second highest ranked character in that group, who is effectively like our if Spectre Squad was our 1A team, this would be like our 1B team. So they're going to need a new gunner now, and I'm not sure how we're going to replace him, but we're going to have to find a way. So anyways, we've got some research that's going to be finishing today, a spider suit that's going to be finished today, and probably a few other things as well, including our covert actions. So let's get back to the geoscape and start advancing some time. I'm not sure what we're looking at in terms of missions today. Obviously it's not going to be a retaliation mission, but we might find ourselves doing potentially, probably not the Blacksite mission today because there's still a little bit of prep involved in that, but potentially they might throw something related to a dark event at us. So let's see, where were we? What were we doing? We're here now, but I believe we were trying to collect something? Well, that's not super important right now. First of all, what does this give me? Experimental ammo projects are completed instantly. Not a very lucrative bonus. We haven't made contact with anything in Europe yet. Asia, chance that resistance soldier will join on every mission. That's not bad. We would just need to make contact with East Asia, which we could do. Oh, we would need radio relays. I don't know if we just need the one or if we need several, but either way we would need to do something. I guess we only need one because we only built one in New Australia, and New Indonesia doesn't have one as far as I know. We've installed a radio relay in this region. Yeah, I don't think, yeah, there's not one there. That's why this symbol is still here. Those symbols are new to me as well. I think I'd like the supplies first. This has been on the map a little bit longer, so while I don't necessarily need supplies,
plotting new course.
Obviously the more the merrier, and I don't necessarily need a free soldier either, so let's get this out of the way.
Located one of their facilities.
Ooh, okay. Looks like it's in the United States, up in is that like, it's really hard to pick it out without the borders on the map, but this little thing here should be like New York. Like, that's New York right there. So this is up in maybe around Massachusetts, potentially. I don't know, I'm probably way off, but anyway, this is way off. We can't do this yet, so let's continue. Okay. Let's continue this, and then I think I'd like to make contact. Where was the other facility? This one. Okay, we've already made contact there. I guess we could do that today. Yeah, that is an option. Let's see if they throw a dark event mission at us first. But we have made contact here, and Spectre Squad is, for the most part, ready to go. I believe that Jacob is the only one that's not.
Commander, if we want to set back the aliens' work on the Avatar project, we should hit one of their facilities as soon as possible.
That's the plan.
This will prove to be an important step forward.
Okay, so our Spectre autopsy is finished. Let's see what we get out of this. Despite having reviewed both reconnaissance footage and eyewitness accounts from our soldiers in the field, until I had seen this specimen in person, it did not fully register just how unusual it was. Or it is. I guess it technically was, because it's no longer... alive, right? So, known colloquially, there we go, as a specter based on its shadowy form in the field, the subject is most often seen maintaining a roughly humanoid form. However, when moving or engaging in combat actions, this form is quickly broken to reveal the truly amorphous nature of the specter. Although I had conceived a number of theories as to how this was taking place, for example, swarming nanorobots, alien insects, perhaps even some sort of psionic particle matrix, I thought it was nanorobots. It isn't immediately clear that any of these hypotheses are out of the realm of possibility. As of yet, we've found no means of recovering one of these specters in their assembled form, leaving little evidence as to their true composition. Although it would seem likely that the specter holds some intrinsic connection to the equally elusive Codex, their means of traversing our world are distinct enough to require a different approach if we hope further research. So this unlocks refraction fields. We'll have to see what those do. I wonder if he's implying there that we need to like skulljack one and try to take it alive. So using material recovered from the remains of the alien specter, refraction field technology will allow the equipped soldier to instantly enter concealment. However, the field can only be used in combat once, and the device will be permanently removed from the soldier's inventory. I don't use consumables in this game. They're just not that effective. Let's see. Oh, we can do an instant shield bearer autopsy. Let's do that then. Oh, and chrysalid. Wow. They're just throwing research at me. Oh, okay. Apparently they all are. Let's do the shield bearer first.
Physically, the Advent shield bearers are quite similar to the bulk of Advent's forces, in that they are the product of careful genetic engineering that generally mirrors the human form. Most of their unique qualities come from a difference in equipment and armor. Components I'm sure Shen would have an interest in examining. These shield bearers are not all that dissimilar from their various Advent peers. Their armor is perhaps the most distinctive feature differentiating them.
Okay, so this unlocks a new proving ground project for an experimental armor. We'll check that out in just a second. As is usually the case, our troops came up with the designation for this particular subject, currently known as the shield bearer. Initial indications are that it is tactically on par with Advent's other humanoid field units, with no particular mental or physical advantages over the officers or other units. The primary difference seems to lie in the armor suit itself, which is heavily reinforced with multiple layers of composite material, woven from what I can only surmise to be some variation of the alien alloys. I intend on leaving the metallurgy and structural analysis to Shen and her team, who will no doubt find a means of integrating her findings into various experimental armor concepts of our own. Okay, let's look at that. I'll choose a new project in just a second. Before I forget, I want to go to the proving grounds. Yeah, leave anyway. Wait, no, I'm going to sign it now. No, I'm going to leave.
Just give the word and I'll get started, Commander.
Don't want to hear from him about not having a project. Okay. So, what did that unlock? We've had exosuits, we've had spider suits, experimental armor. Oh, I need a nanoscale vest. So I need to make one of those first.
New orders, Commander?
Yes. Make me one of these. Okay, now we can go back and start that. Right. So, experimental armor.
Sounds good,
Get that
Commander.
going.
I'll let you know as soon as the project is ready for deployment.
Okay, back to research. Let's do the chrysalids. They gave us the most trouble in that last mission, so I think figuring out a little bit more about them and ways to counter them would be effective.
Presumably, the name chrysalid derives from assumptions made previously about the creature's unusual means of reproduction. Although rumors have long prevailed about the existence of zombies, created as a byproduct of the chrysalid gestation, recent reports seem to indicate a new, equally disturbing means of propagating their species. even my own intellectual curiosity is not enough to overcome my doubts as to whether or not it was really a wise decision for our troops to bring this particular specimen on board the ship.
So I don't know if any of you guys will remember this, but if you're following this series at this point, you probably are pretty familiar with XCOM, Enemy Unknown, Enemy Within, and the slightly, well, the, what's it called? Not the prequel, but the predecessor to this game. And in Enemy Unknown, there's a particular mission where you're sent to this sort of like fishing village, or maybe it's more of a whaling village. There are like dolphin-looking creatures or something like that. But that mission is probably the most intense mission I think I've ever played in an XCOM game, or anything like an XCOM game. If you're not familiar with it, basically you get sent into this coastal village, and you're on like fishing docks, and essentially it turns out that the chrysalids managed to get aboard some sort of ship and infest it, and then they were planting or using all the sea life in the area, or at least in the little harbor there, to reproduce, and it just became this like giant infestation. And as you're kind of exploring, it's very quiet, and then all of a sudden they start popping out of like fish corpses, and you have to go in, plant a bomb on the ship, and then exfil as fast as you can. And I just remember that being so intense, and I ended up losing my best gunner in that particular playthrough to that mission. Everybody else managed to get out in time, but he had to cover their retreat, and he was like a turn from getting out, but he just got surrounded, basically sitting back on Overwatch so that the other people could get out, and he went down like a hero. But I just remember that mission being so intense. Anyways, I'm not going to read through all this. We've kind of spent too much time on research already, but we were able to unlock Hellweave, which we'll have to investigate. So Hellweave not only grants a bonus to soldier health, but will return damage to any enemy melee attackers and grant a 100% chance to set them afire. Interesting. Very interesting. Unfortunately, that takes a separate slot, though. And let's just get the faceless out of the way. I'm not going to read that one either, so that we can get through this more quickly, but we'll at least listen to what Tygan has to say about it.
I am at a loss for words to describe the difficulties we have had in attempting to handle this creature, affectionately known as the Faceless, to our troops. The nebulous form of its physical structure, including a pliable, semi-solid outer layer, seems to be slowly degrading now that the creature has expired. There is also a pungent odor that only seems to grow stronger as time passes. I've often wondered how the aliens could conceive of such a being. Is there another world out there, filled with these shape-shifting creatures? Or are they merely another construct of alien genetic tampering?
I would guess probably the latter. Anyways, we've unlocked the Mimic Beacon. So the Mimic Beacon generates a holographic decoy to draw enemy attacks for one turn. It is deployed like a grenade, thrown to the site where the decoy will appear. I actually wouldn't mind having a few of those. Let's choose a lengthier project here. So, facility lead. We'll want to do that, but let's get something else out of the way first. Let's do the Archon.
Of an extensive fusion of both alien biological materials and advanced mechanical support systems, the Archon is an unusually ornate design by alien standards. With an air of authority spurred by its distinctive appearance, I can only assume the aliens intended it to be something of a herald to the other forces.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and let that do its thing. And let's get back to... Actually, I want to see about those Mimic Beacons. I think they're just under build items. Yeah. So 2 Faceless Corpses and 75 supply. Give me, like, 2 of those. Oh, that's all my Faceless Corpses. Okay. Well, that's all we can afford anyways. Okay. Now we'll get things moving again. Try to collect the rest of these supplies to replenish what we spent. There's our spider suit complete. I'll have to look at assigning those off camera. Looks like the Avatar project is going to advance a bit further.
Commander, the aliens continue to make progress on the Avatar project. If If we're going to slow them down, we'll need to move fast.
Yeah. Alright. Let's finish this. If they don't give me a mission after this is done, then we're gonna go do that Blacksite. Nice. All their progress undone.
Our cooperation has proven to be a boon to the Resistance.
Okay, so obviously we reduced the Avatar project by 2, and both soldiers gained some experience. They both gained some cohesion with one another, and Marcus Schultz, our newest sniper, gained 3 aim as well. Okay, let's assign a new one. We have this facility lead. What else do we have? Superior weapon upgrade. Could also go after this Chosen. We could potentially go after the Warlock as well. Recover loot, counter Chosen activity. I think we need to do that. That's the one that's going to lower our income, which I'm less concerned about. The one that the Warlock was up to was more concerning, but I don't have an option to go after or prevent that. So, we need to assign a sergeant here. I think we're going to send John McGuire back out to get him some experience. It's hard to get those lower ranked people into the missions, and so these are good opportunities to give them experience at generally a fairly low risk as well. And let's see, Caliborier can go with him. 25 intel to negate a capture. I'm gonna spend it because captures I can't abide. If somebody accidentally gets wounded, it's not that big a deal. They can take time to heal, but if they get captured, that means I risk a bunch of people's lives going in and trying to get them out. So could be very dangerous.
Our order is clear, and we will obey it.
Go ahead and make that happen for me. And let's get this moving again. Again, if this finishes without a dark event triggering, then we'll go ahead and do the Blacksite. But I think that was just one completed, not necessarily a mission that we have to do.
Commander, the aliens are still moving forward on the Avatar project. Taking out that facility would deal a serious blow to their efforts.
I know, we're working on it.
Resource located.
Okay, 70 supplies, nice. Alright, well, the game doesn't seem too interested in throwing me anything, so let's head over here. And we're gonna have to assault this facility.
Setting course for Sector 11, West Africa.
I wish they were a little bit more specific in like what was happening in these missions, because I like to be very prepared and send the right squad to do the job. And it's not always clear as to what the goal is, because often I'll send in like a heavy hitting strike force intent on, like, you know, kicking down the door and just slaughtering everybody present, but sometimes the game doesn't really want me to do that. Why can't I put that in there? Okay. I didn't want a battle scanner. There we go. That was stupid, but it finally fixed itself. Let's see. Cupcake, you're coming along for the ride. We'll leave you with a smoke grenade. We'll bring Bones as well. Why does it always unequip your gear? No, I do want you to have a pistol. I would also like you to have... let's see. Medkit's probably not a bad idea on him. We'll roll with a smoke grenade as well. And finally, a plasma grenade. Okay. So the question then becomes, do we want to bring the Spark, who, if we're trying to just blast a hole in this place and destroy it, is a great choice, but if we're not, if we're trying to be stealthy, then the Spark is the worst thing that we can bring. It's a difficult call. I think we'll bring our Resident Reaper. I'm wondering if there's a better choice for you here. I'm not gonna... You know what? You can have your tracer rounds. I don't care. I'm not gonna give him a grenade, though. I don't think it makes sense for him to have one. I think he should probably have the other Mimic Beacon or like a battle scanner, but I don't tend to use those. It just, obviously if he throws a grenade he blows his own cover, so there's really no point in him having that. Then of course we'll bring Aiko. And do I want a dedicated healer for this? I've been going without one, but that's generally not a good idea, and I'm wondering if I've been playing things too risky here. I could bring Jacob. He was very clutch for us last time. Yeah, I think I'll run with this squad, and I may regret not bringing a medic, but this is who we're going to bring. You know what, I'll have Aiko ditch her smoke grenade for a medkit. I haven't been using the smoke grenades all that much. We still have 3 of them in the party, so I think that's sufficient. And that gives us 3 medkits as well that will at least allow us to get some healing in. So this is our squad. Let's go ahead and get to it.
We're moving to take out a high-security Advent installation operating out of this region. Intel from the Resistance suggests this facility is conducting research critical to the Avatar project. Once in position, approach the designated target and plant the X4 charges. Once they're armed, move to minimum safe distance and level that facility.
Okay, so it looks like we are trying to blow this facility up, which is what I assumed, but I think we'll still be better off bringing all infantry and not the Spark, because obviously the Spark makes it more difficult for us to maintain our infiltration. And so at the very least we'll be able to get the drop on the enemy a little bit more easily this way. Once the firefights kick off will be at a slight disadvantage, but I think having the element of surprise on our side is still for the better, which we would have no matter what, but it's easier to maintain without the Spark. So let's get to it.
Menace 1-5, target coordinates are locked in. Move to designated position and place the X4 charges.
Okay. Let's start by getting our bearings here. So it looks like we are up against the, I guess we'll call this maybe west, and that can be south, and then this will be north, and we're pushing east. Sure, we'll go with that. But it looks like we are more or less in the southwest corner of the map, give or take. Ooh, graveyard. That's interesting. Alright, so we're going to let... Oh, I had him selected and then lost it. Why did you have Shadow? What do you have that's giving you that ability? That's strange. Because it's normally conferred by the gun. So anybody who has the... See, his Shadow is different. Weird. I wonder if I gave him an ability or something that conferred it. Okay, so we can obviously move quite far. Let's get up to this tree, get an idea of what we're dealing with, and then go from there. Alright, so far so good. We're going to use this building as sort of our kicking off point, I think. It'd be a good place to kind of hide and set up. So let's have him push all the way to the corner of that building. And we should be able to kind of peer inside through that window. Or maybe not, it looked boarded up. Let's see. Don't want to be too aggressive with Aiko. But as far as we can tell, it's all clear. There doesn't appear to be anything in here, but we can only see a very small part of it. And that isn't to say that there isn't like somebody patrolling around it and we just haven't run into them yet. So I'm going to put you... Oh, that's risky. I don't want to go too far in that direction.
I'm coming.
I'm going to use her first action point just to kind of get a feel for what we're dealing with here, and then I'll move her. I think we're safe to push up to this spot.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So far, so good. I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive with Spectre here because for whatever reason he has the Reaper stealth. Again, I don't know why. So
Roger that.
I'm going to take advantage because as far as I'm aware, as long as he is in shadow and not just concealment, he will not be noticed unless he basically gets stepped on by the enemy.
Keep moving.
Or he does something to break his concealment. Okay, Cupcake, let's get you to there.
Let's move.
I really need to get him better movement because he often falls behind. I could have gotten you on the tree, but unfortunately, excuse me, on the roof, but unfortunately he blocked the way up. So we'll put you here. And last but not least, Jacob, let's get you maybe over here on this one. Yeah.
Roger that. Overwatch set.
I'm on
Okay.
Got your back.
Roger.
A lot of ever vigilance triggering there. This is our A squad after all. Our 1A squad. Alright, Bones. Hold on, I gotta move Azrael first. Let's see. I'll put you there. So far, nothing. Okay. We'll figure out what to do with your other action point in a second. Bones, let's get you up onto the roof. I think I'll put you there.
there now.
And we haven't hit the facility yet, but we can see the outskirts of it. It seems fairly small compared to some of the others we've seen, but maybe it's just very long. It's possible that it basically takes up the entire, like, eastern third of the map or something. Okay, Aiko, I don't want to move you too far up. We know you're safe up to here, though. I guess let's do it.
Hold on, I'm coming.
If anything does kick off, we want her to be in the front anyways, so that's fine. Shoot. I'd like to move through the building. You know, that's a bad idea because there's no door on that side. So we'd have to go through the windows if we wanted to get out. Which would, of course, break our cover. What to do, what to do. I could move you onto this side, that might be better.
Roger.
Okay, Spectre. Kind of the same deal with you as Azrael. For whatever reason, I can move you very aggressively and nobody will see you, so we may as well take advantage. And then finally, Cupcake. Oh man, there's not a whole lot of cover to get you into. I guess it's better than nothing. Alright, that just leaves Bones, who we're going to put on Overwatch.
Roger. I've got my eyes
And I'll move Azrael up to, I think, here.
Go, go!
Okay. That
Roger.
is not a
Roger
group
that.
that
I got
we
your
want
back.
to pick a fight with. There was like 2 codexes and an archon. I guess I should say codices. But yeah, not somebody we necessarily want to pick a fight with. Although, if we could kill them in one volley or like one series of attacks, that would be ideal. It would be very hard though. Incredibly hard to pull that off. I thought you could see them. How did you lose line of sight on them?
Push up!
Okay, there they are. So, how much health do you have? Okay, so the Archon has 18 and the Codices have 12 by my count. That is a lot of damage, especially considering that if we hit the Codices and don't kill them outright, they will split and cause us problems. So I don't know what the best way to deal with that is. I don't think there's any way that we just outright avoid it, because once we start fighting in here, they will come after us. I don't know that there's any way we could sneak in there without being detected. It is potentially possible, but I don't think it's at all likely.
Sure.
It might be worth trying, though, because obviously that's going to be a very difficult fight, and it's only going to get more difficult as we start adding in other units.
Zrozumiałem.
Spectre... I'm really curious how this happened.
Come on, don't waste time.
That's also pretty unique. I don't know if I've ever seen this spawn on a map before, but that's really cool looking. Okay. Cupcake. I guess that's not a terrible spot for you. If we end up fighting, though, you guys need to spread out. You will not do enough damage to kill them, so there's really no point in doing that. I might leave you up here on Long Watch, though.
Moving to Overwatch.
I wonder... what we could do with a Claymore. Oh, come on, really? I wish they would make the like radius, the explosion radius a little bit more accurate, because there's no reason based on this radius why I shouldn't be able to hit all three of them. But if you look at the tiles it covers, it does make sense. It's a 3x3 area. It's just that the radius shown in this blue thing is clearly bigger than that. And so all three of them are inside the radius of this right now. There's just no way for me to get them all. And I'm pretty sure that's intentional. I don't want to have to fight them. But I don't know if there's a way for me to get around it. And I'd rather deal with them now than later. Especially when other enemies are involved. I think the most important thing here is to deal as much damage to the codices as possible out of the gate. Because they are...
Come on, this way!
The ones that will split. And so if we can hit them with 12 damage from the start, then obviously it'll be a lot easier to finish this off, because then we just need to get rid of the Archon.
Set rear security.
Yep.
Okay, it's the end of our turn. They're not patrolling, so that's not a concern. We just need to figure out how we want to start this. If you were right there, that would be perfect. Aiko's going to have to get closer, if at all possible. And we'll probably have Azrael detonate that. I don't know what the best place for him would be, though. But it looks like if they were going to come at us, which I don't think they would. These guys generally fall back into cover and then teleport around and shoot you in the back. This guy gets airborne and, you know, rains hell on your head, so I don't think it's necessary to put Aiko somewhere up front, per se. That might not be such a bad spot for you, but that's not great cover. Aiko, you can't get over there either. I could have you fall back to here. I don't know if any of them have... I know that this guy has an AoE, but it takes a turn to trigger, so you get warning. And I don't know that anybody else could get up into this spot right now. Let's see. No, she couldn't. So I think she has to be the one that falls back.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, it might have been better to put Cupcake over there, but I don't think he had the movement range. Let's see. Might be better to have you here. No, I think you're okay there. Spectre, you need to come back this way. Unfortunately, it might be hard to get you involved in this fight. Can't see anything there. Only see one of them there. I'm reluctant to have people too far forward because as things kick off, it's going to get noisy. And I don't want him to be kind of caught off by his lonesome. Ah, damn it. The alternative is just to run him over here, but he will get his ever vigilant shot. He's not going to get a shot when we actually trigger this group. So, yeah, I kind of screwed the pooch on this one. He's got one target there. I guess that's better than nothing, right? Or we could run and gun him. That is an option as well. But that is kind of a waste using it so early and in a situation that's not necessarily dire. Let's go here.
Copy.
I think he'll be okay there. So we'll put you on regular old Overwatch.
Yeah.
You need to be on Long Watch. I'm actually wondering if you might be better off here. hard to say. I think you will be.
Confirmed. On the move.
Because I don't know where they're going to end up moving. Oh. So the game just lied to me about that. Great. Fantastic. It definitely said that they would be visible. It said that I think we would lose line of sight on the Claymore, but the other two were still highlighted, and yet nothing. Okay, well, I guess we'll just do that. And hopefully one of them runs in front of you.
Sure
You
thing.
on Overwatch. Let's get you on Overwatch. You haven't moved yet. I could get you closer. I think you're okay right there, though.
Zrozumiałem.
Azrael, you're the one that needs to trigger this. Hold on, is he on Overwatch? Out of actions. Did I sprint you? Crap. You know what? I'm not going to trigger it this turn. We're not ready.
Roger. Copy that.
Yeah, he didn't get Overwatch, he sprinted. So we would have completely been screwed had I triggered it then. Alright. Well, this gives us a little bit more time, and at least I can... Okay, so now he can see. What the hell? Alright, well, maybe it was because he moved and he lost his long watch or something. Let's keep you on long watch. Azrael, you stay right there. Aiko, it might be better to move you up to here or something. I mean, half cover is half cover. At least we'll get you in better range for your weapon. Let's overwatch you there. Jacob, that's difficult. Maybe I'll put you here. No, I think we're good where we are. You overwatch right there.
Roger that.
You overwatch right here.
Roger.
I wish you could see more of them, but I don't want to risk exposing you to a flank. So we'll just have to do this. At least he'll get a shot on one. Hopefully he triggers first and hits, and then whoever else can see that person won't need to bother. Alright. So if we remote start... Oh, never mind. We have to shoot it. We have to shoot it. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, they're gonna split. I was hoping we could do more there, but obviously we didn't trigger a big enough explosion. Okay. That's one off the board.
Got him.
That's 17. We're one short of killing him.
Fuck.
What's happening?
Getting hit.
Holy hell. That was a lot of damage for one hit. What are you doing? Disabling all our weapons. Fantastic. And then you're gonna flank and shoot somebody? Overwatch. Okay. Okay, so I had to reload a autosave because the game was a bit bugged out. It was showing the Archon over, like, here. I don't know where exactly. I don't remember, but he was, like, over here somewhere. But we couldn't see him with many of our characters because of where he was actually being over here. So I was having a really hard time figuring out what the hell was happening. So I'm just going to do this turn, well, not over, but I'm going to pick back up here and try to figure this out. So Azrael is in a tough spot. He cannot reload. Well, he needs to reload, sorry, to save himself here or to be able to do anything. But he also needs to move. If he doesn't move, this explosion will likely kill him. It looks like he is just on the edge of it. So we're in a bit of a tough spot with him. But we need to kill all three of these guys. So you're on Overwatch, and that's probably our biggest hiccup here. So if you could slash him, that's perfect. And she'll actually end up in cover. But she is going to take an Overwatch shot. We'll have to hope that it misses. But somebody has to basically deal with this Overwatch one way or another. And so I'm going to chance it in the hope that she can get the kill. I mean, she'll get the kill either way. Perfect. Oh, I forgot that she was implacable. I guess that worked out.
Come on, let's go.
I thought you were revealed already, but there we go. That codex is down. So the Overwatch is lifted, clearly. And because she's implacable, I guess she gets an extra move. I don't know where I'm going to put her, but right now that's totally fine. Spectre, putting you here is kind of risky. Actually, not really. You just need to make that shot. And then somebody has to get this kill here. What can you do for me? Right there. What about with your pistol? Let's try it. It's a free action. We'll have to wait for the cooldown before we can do it again, but at the very least, if this hits and kills, then we are no longer going to have to worry about it. And this is the only target he can see anyways. I don't think if he does 3 damage, the codex can split because it needs enough HP to split. And obviously with 1 HP, you can't really divide that by 2, at least not in terms of whole numbers. So let's try it. Not a whole lot to lose there. Oh, cool. And it ended up working out. Always nice when gambles pay off. Okay. Azrael. We need to get you the hell out of here. I'm reluctant to move you forward, especially being injured. You don't have a med kit, so we need to get you towards someone who has one. That might not be such a bad spot there. The issue is who is going to come heal you. Who can see the Archon right now? 51 and 48. What about with your pistol? 61? If that hits, that bails us out. Let's try it. Otherwise, we'll use Hail of Bullets to guarantee it. Or should we just do that now? Maybe I should move you into a better position first. Like, do I like that spot? I guess as long as nothing spawns to attack us, we'll be okay. I mean, I shouldn't count on that, should I? But I'm going to roll the dice with Lightning Hands. So I'd like to be able to overwatch him. Nice.
Kill him.
Okay, so we got him. That's all the enemies off the board. You need to move now. Where can I put you where you won't get caught in the explosion? It looks like that's the only... Actually, if I only move you, you'll get ever vigilant. He can still fire, even though he was caught in this because of the autoloader, by the way. So he has 1 ammo. When this field triggers, it basically forces a reload, and that's what Azrael's dealing with. But because he has the autoloader, he got a reload force, but then the auto reloader, you know, fixed it for him. Let's see. But yeah, you do have ever vigilant, so I can push you up without worrying about not having an overwatch. Let's go there with you.
Check your corners. Let's go.
I'll move you off to that side. If I recall, you have a med kit, so I'm gonna move Azrael next to you, and we'll get him some HP back. You have an extra move. I'm gonna have you retreat just a little bit, because I don't like her facing that way. I'd rather her be back here. Actually, you know what? No, we'll just leave her as is. Yeah, we'll just leave her as is. So, is it just her? Oh, Jacob. Okay, so let's put you on Overwatch.
Check.
Let's put you on Long Watch.
Moving to Overwatch.
And we'll put you on Overwatch.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that went pretty well.
Roger that.
Given what could have happened, I think that turned out pretty well for us. Although, oh, hello. Nice.
Damn it, take him
Always
out.
nice to crit on an Overwatch.
Subject Gamma. Valen created a Viper King. Just what we needed. This is the shot we've been waiting for. Take that thing down before it has a chance to run.
Okay, we'll try. So, Viper King, it looked more like a Viper Queen to me, but whatever. This guy functions just like the Berserker Queen in that any action we take triggers an action from them as well. Let's see. Cupcake, did you have a line of sight? You didn't. Could you heal Azrael for me? I don't know if this is a good time to do it, but I can't risk that thing, like, grabbing Azrael with its tongue or something and killing him, so... Let's get you some HP back. Get you kind of back in the fight. And... that apparently didn't count as an action, so I'm gonna overwatch you, since it can't see you, and if it moves...
Roger that, stay sharp!
You should get a shot on it. And not only a shot, but potentially... or not potentially, definitely a, why can't you hail of bullets? Insufficient ammo. Right, I need full ammo. I could reload and do a hail of bullets. I don't know what the best way to deal with these guys is, especially this one because I haven't seen it yet. I do know that as long as we get it down close to half health, it will try to escape. And so that's really all we need to do is try to just hit it as hard as we can, as quickly as we can. No, that's waste. We could try a Mimic Beacon. We could also try to blow up its cover. That might not be such a bad idea, considering that it does have some armor. So this will blow up its cover, potentially force it to move, and also shred that armor off. I kind of like that idea. And you're the only one in range, so we're going to have to use your grenade, even though I'd prefer to save it. Okay, well, only 2 damage, but 2 shred, more importantly. This thing reacts. What's it going to do? Oh, it's going to switch places. Oh, and it aggroed a turret. Oh, wait, no, it didn't switch places. We're actually bound right now. The game's just bugging out again. So he's wrapped up. 77.98. That's, I mean, that's as good as you get, right? And we critted. Did it say 12? And you're no longer bound. You're gonna act. What are you gonna do?
We've seen them try that before. Don't let it get away.
Oh, it's trying to get away. Okay. Well, it'd be funny if we could have Aiko block it. Obviously, that would make her very vulnerable to the turret, though. Really? You can't see the guy from there. If you move, I think it gets to move. So we'll have you go last. Spectre can move, but I think he needs to get the hell out of Dodge. Obviously, we don't want him getting shot. So I think he'll have to do that, but we'll do that afterward. If you reload, is it going to get a free movement point? Let's see.
Already.
No, okay. So that gives you a shot. And you'll do extra damage because this thing's already been wounded. Nice. Crit for 10. And it'll probably get away right now. Yeah. But at the very least, we've done enough to where in future engagements that thing's going to be very, very vulnerable. So let's get you back behind some cover. I'm glad you didn't catch on fire there. Aiko, I think you need to stay right there. And then Jacob, if you move here, we might be able to bring that turret down with one shot. One very explosive shot, that is. Oh, just barely. I don't know if that's going to do it. I think we're going to try.
Good night!
Oh, we got it. Very nice. Okay. So, no enemies in sight right now. We've also blown ourselves a path to the objective. Granted, been a little bit louder than we want to be.
Yeah.
Let's get you into some... Actually, you know what? Considering that's the edge of the map, you were probably fine where you were. But this is okay. Let's get you Overwatch.
Got your back.
And what do we have next? Hopefully a little bit of a breather. Yes, okay. I think it's time to move up. Azrael, I'm going to put you in shadow. And get you moving. Oh, that's free, too. I didn't realize that. I assumed it took one of his actions. Okay, so if we get you up to here, we should be able to see what's going on a little bit better. It doesn't look like there's a turret up here. Is there any... That doesn't look to be a turret either. It looks to be lights. Yeah, that looks like lights as well. Okay. So, I think we have to move... I'd like to get your health back. Let's get you there. Let's get you moved up as well. He does have Ever Vigilant. I think I forgot that on the last mission we deployed these guys. But he does have it. So running him like that will not be a problem. Although I think it's a bit... Oh, there was a turret. Really? It was pretty obvious that there wasn't looking at it, but I guess it was deliberately hiding it. I don't know. Anyway. He does have it. It's a bit cheap in that it's supposed to be a pistol overwatch, but every time he pistol overwatches, he uses his sniper rifle. And the game considers him using his sniper rifle. It's not like it's just the animation or anything. He's actually using it. Let's see. If I get you to there,
Coming in.
I think you might be able to use your other grenade. This one. And I think we can do the same. That looks pretty good to me.
Out.
And that'll be one less turret to deal with. I mean, the base is getting blown up anyway, right? We don't need to worry about collateral damage. Okay, another turret out of the way. I wish that was a bigger tree. You will get your Overwatch, though, if I run you. The only concern is that if I run you too far, I risk aggroing something I don't really want to deal with. You have Ever Vigilant too, so we may as well move you up. I like you being in better cover, but that's fine. Ico does as well. And if there was something here, I feel like we would have seen it by now, so...
Yeah.
Let's do that.
The aliens used this to defeat most of Earth's heavy conventional forces.
Oh,
It can punch
Jesus,
through
really?
armor just as easily as it chews through infantry. Be careful.
Menace 1-5, you're near the target position.
And of course we aggroed it. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. And at the end of our turn, too. Oh, God. Alright, you know what? That might be a good time for some teamwork. Because I can get Jacob a free shot, and maybe we can freeze some of these guys. Just to give us a slightly better chance. Who still has shots left? Just Spectre. So I couldn't throw a Claymore and then shoot it or anything. Jacob does have a Claymore, by the way. I wasn't just saying that because Spectre had one. But that reminded me, though, but he does have one. I think we're going to use teamwork so that he can toss a an ice grenade or something. We might be able to get both of them. I think it's worth it because he's not going to be able to do anything from that position. Okay, so that gives you an extra move. And let's see, Frost Bomb. Come on, game, really? Alright, well this thing is by far the biggest threat, so hopefully it works. Fingers crossed. People are probably screaming at the screen right now that Frost Bombs don't work against robots. No, it worked. It'll probably break out on the next turn or something, but we've done what we can. Oh, that didn't end your turn, right. I could run and gun into an Overwatch in a better position. I don't think you're going to have much luck back here. But I don't know that this is really an improvement. Let's just keep you here for now.
I got you covered. Copy that. Scanning.
Okay, we got a couple Overwatches. That cost it an action point, but it didn't do anything beyond that. Well, at least we only get wrecked once and not twice. Oh, boy. Wow. Well, Jacob's basically dead, and he's going to get flamethrowed by this guy more than likely. Oh, you get several actions. Okay.
Sucks.
I wish there was some indication of which things got multiple actions. Because you don't face these often. To where, like, I don't have that memorized, and it's been so long since I've played last. I don't know that this thing had 4 actions. Aiko's probably on fire now. And I think she's being effectively suppressed by this. Great. And that, kids, is why you do not mess around with your actions at the end of your turn and move people further ahead than you should. Other than Jacob nearly dying, that could have gone significantly worse, though. So how do we want to play this? I need to get you out of there, clearly. Frost grenades really aren't helping, or going to help. So we need to shave armor off this guy as best we can. Let's get you over here, where you're relatively safe. I mean, I say relatively, but even that, he'll probably just get shot through the wall or something. It is tempting, though, just because he is so near death, at least he'll have better cover there. And he does still have line of sight on all three, so yeah, we'll go for it. Oh, I forgot you had Overwatch! Oh, thank God you missed, but now your cover's all exposed. Alright, well, it's still half cover. That was a terrible mistake. Let's see, what can you... Oh, you can see... Is that the sectopod?
Get ready.
Yeah, 84%. So we can shred some armor with that. I think what we'll do, you have a claymore, you're out of regular grenades. We could put a claymore on it. And then have somebody shoot it, maybe like have Aiko shoot it, or have Azrael shoot it. But that'll shred some armor at least. I don't know how much damage it'll do, but I guess it's worth a try. Can we get... No, there's no way we could get both. Alright, we'll do that. A shot from your gun's not going to do very much damage with 4 armor. It'll probably do like 1 1 hit point worth of damage after the armor. Is what I was trying to say there. Azrael, do I want you to be the one that shoots it? I could have him use the beacon. Does this end your turn, though? So I could throw a beacon in here. If it doesn't end his turn, I'll have him shoot the thing. Are you blocking? You know what? I'd rather have somebody else in that spot, though, I think. So I need to move him. Because if he's not going to actively be engaging, which I don't want him to do because of the fact that he is currently cloaked, I think I'll move him here and have him shoot the thing.
Let's go!
And that'll free up that spot for somebody who's not cloaked. Because that is full cover over there. This is not. So go ahead and fire your weapon. 2 armor shredded, and then 1 hit point worth of damage. That's not the worst. Spectre, I might need to run and gun you to here. Well, first of all, so we have 84. That'll shred the other 2. I wish I could get another shot out of you. I wish I didn't have to move you up. But I guess we do have chain shot. 69%, but that would do almost all of the damage we need, and then 1 other person could come in and finish it off. That's really tempting. I'm gonna try it. Okay. Oh, I love you, you bastard. He connected with both. Alright. So, what does that mean now? It didn't do as much as it could have, but it still did a lot of damage. That is an interesting proposition. 10 to 11, how many do you have left? I think it's 11, so potentially she might not get the kill here. But that does leave her in full cover there and just exposes her to the purifier. Oh man, making some really ballsy moves here. You could kill him, but then you risk blowing yourself up. Or you could kill this guy, who honestly is not that big of a concern. But, I mean, of the 3, let's think on that one. I think he's gonna have to run and gun. I don't see any other way.
Keep pushing up!
So get to here.
On me!
You're in full cover, so hopefully you'll be alright there. You do have a lot of defense as well. 86 right there, or 49 there. Those are your only two options. So here's what we can do. You haven't done anything yet. Go to there.
Closing on target position now.
What do you see? Oh, god damn it. Again with this. Alright, well, you're out of the picture now. Aiko still has 2 actions, I believe, so one of her shots could be, or her first action could be a shot here, and then she could follow it up with a slash on the trooper. And that would be enough to destroy both. So, Aiko, take this shot here. And that did enough damage, I presume. And then you finish that thing off. Nice.
Bullseye! He's down! Give me an ammo count.
Did that blow these guys up? Unfortunately, it did not. Okay. And then Aiko has her slash. So this is the only one that she can get to. That guy's a little bit too far. Who does that leave? Just Bones and her. So Bones, you're going to overwatch. If the Purifier moves, hopefully you can hit him. And then Aiko, you're going to have to be real aggressive here. I pray we don't trigger anything else, but I have no other option here.
Look!
Oh, he dropped some goodies too.
Oh yeah, lovely!
It's like she sliced open like a Halloween candy bag. Wait, it said 3, we only got 2.
Oh yeah,
wow, what a ripoff. Oh, and she's implacable. Which means that potentially she could run over here and slash this guy. Now, she does risk blowing herself up in the process. So, is it worth it? I mean, the guy might attack her anyways. So, like, we can't dodge his flamethrower. It might be worth just doing it. 62% if you shoot him. Who is your teamwork person? It's Azrael. I don't think Azrael can kill that guy. You can. Although, I don't think you... Oh, no, yeah, you do ignore armor on him. It's just you risk blowing yourself up. And that is potentially a bad time. I'm gonna do it. She has full health. I don't think the explosion would kill her outright. And that just ensures that this guy doesn't attack anybody. Yeah, she blew herself up. Oh well. Oh, and she blew up her cover too. Great. Alright, well, it appears to be my turn again. So, Aiko, run over there and plant the bomb. And let's get the hell out of here. Oh god, I thought for a second that we were being attacked again. Nope, plant the X4. So this has been a masterclass in how not to approach these missions.
Status confirmed. X4 charges are armed. Move to the extraction point for immediate evac.
Do I get to call in wherever? Can I just call it in right here? We should probably do it somewhere with cover. That's not a bad spot right there. Yeah, do it there.
Okay, the helicopter's coming.
Alright, I should have done it somewhere where everybody could reach this turn. That would have been even smarter. Let's get you out because you're basically dead. That's the second mission, I think, in a row where he's virtually died.
Thanks, brother.
Oh, man. Well, okay, you're safe. I'm not going to pull Spectre out until everybody else is ready to go. So let's put him here. And we're just going to kind of set everybody else up on Overwatch.
Hold.
Cupcake, you'll get your Overwatch no matter what. So let's put you
Well,
there.
that's good, Mike.
You are the same, so let's put you there. Azrael, I don't think you have Ever Vigilant, so let's get you close.
Roger.
And Aiko, I really wish there was somewhere I could run you. Oh, I'm so stupid. I could have just used Run and Gun to get her out of here. Let's use Run and Gun to get her to a safe place, at least.
Let's go, let's go!
So I could have Done run and gun, and then another move. Oh wait, she can only take an action. Alright, just Overwatch there then.
I got your back.
Guess. And that's our turn. Oh, you need to Overwatch.
Copy.
I'm pretty sure the map's
Copy
clear,
that.
but I'm just trying to be extra safe.
Now.
Okay, reinforcements coming, but we'll be gone by the time we
Hostiles
get
are all
here.
around. Watch your movement.
We've picked up hostile reinforcements inbound on your position. Moving.
Go!
No problem.
Okay. Let's get everybody out.
Get to the bird! All clear.
I'm out of here.
That was close, thanks.
We're gonna be okay.
So I don't think anybody made it out of that one unscathed. Except for maybe Cupcake. I think he might
Minus
have.
1-5, status confirmed. X4 charges detonating.
As I said, that's not the best way to handle that type of mission, or any mission for that matter. That got really ugly. The only enemy we didn't kill was, of course, the Viper King, who managed to get away. We did do considerable damage to him, though, so next time we see him, it'll only take like 1 or 2 shots to finish him off. Let's get a mission photo in. I feel like it's been a little while since we've had one. You know what? I actually like this. I forgot to... Crap. Hold on. I forgot to look at the mission name. Damn it.
As long as there's even one Reaper left standing, you can bet they're still in the fight. Finger on the trigger.
Not a single promotion there, unfortunately. But we did get 2 bonds leveled up, so that's kind of cool. We're going to have some people out for a little while. 2 of our guys were gravely wounded, so we'll see what happens with them. We'll obviously need to deploy some other squads for a little while. But we got the job done. We also picked up 2 Codex Brains and a suppressor. Looking forward to being able to use that.
The destruction of this facility marks an important step towards the total elimination of the Avatar Project, Commander. Your team is to be commended.
Okay. Yeah, I'm bummed we didn't get to take a picture there. Jacob is afraid of the Chosen again. I'm not sure why. Well, I know what triggered it. It was the fact that he was gravely wounded on that mission. I just don't know why he's afraid of the Chosen again, despite being on a mission with no Chosen. But yeah, I unfortunately clicked the wrong button on there. Actually, I don't know if there was a button I could have clicked. But I really wish they had something where you could see the name of the operation while you're making the photo, because that's something I like to incorporate every single time. Because otherwise, without the context of that, it's kind of difficult to remember, you know, what this was in relation to. Anyways, we'll have to level up those bonds and again deploy some other squads to give these guys a rest, because they've been really carrying us lately. There was something else I wanted to say, but I forgot what it was, so I think with that we'll just go ahead and end the episode here. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some XCOM 2 with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.